everyone? Is everyone having a good time? Right. Okay, so I threatened Lindsay a while ago with the idea that I would do my speech in spoken verse. She said she couldn't think of anything worse. But I figured if I rehearsed, I could take this potential curse and make a blessing. I'm not messing, this is happening, I'm actually going to rhyme the entire thing. First up, I want to talk about Gabby. I want to thank you for your daughter's hand and say sorry for taking a year longer than planned. Also sorry for asking when I was less than sober. That's not really supposed to be how it was going to go over. I have to admit, I was intimidated. Not that you've ever intimated that I might meet a swift demise if I made your daughter cry. I just felt a wee bit threatened, because, you know, you're a Special Forces veteran. In fact, the first time I ever met you, Gabby, Lindsay's barely said, "This is my daddy," and you launch into this graphic story. You're up and miming with expert timing, and it's like I'm there with you. It's exciting. And then I realised what you're describing. You're showing me how you clapped a guy around the ears and introduced his balls to your steel toe cap. And I'm laughing so much I'm in tears, and at the end all I can do is give you a slow clap. Seriously, Gavs, I love your crazy stories and your laugh. You've always made me welcome at your gaff, whether I'm watching you play a session or we're pissed and playing with replica weapons. So, even though you're the scariest imaginable wife's dad, I have to say, I love you, Gavs. Yeah, just a warm up. Getting better. Now, on to Lindsay's mum, the lovely Annie. Already the world's most gorgeous granny. You've been so warm and kind. In fact, you didn't even seem to mind me sleepwalking into your room one night. Which must have been an awful sight. By the way, I have to say, it was really, really cold that day. Anyway, Annie, I love hanging out with you. And Darren, that goes for you too. You're both brilliant hosts, equally good at cheese on toast and driving boats around Croatia's coast. Here's to some more Hennessy and high times on the balcony. Big shout out to my mum and dad, aka Don Clive and the Pocket Rocket. You've always had my back, no matter how slack I've been. Your loyalty knows no bounds. Especially when you count it in the pounds that disappeared into my uni education. And though there was no actual graduation, I learned a lot and eventually found a vocation. That only happened because I had security, because you guys never gave up on me. And when I think about that, I realise how big being a parent is going to be. Alright. So, I just hope that we can take up the mantle and follow your guys' example to love our kids no matter what they do, so they can grow into total badasses too. Thank you, you two. I love you. Now, at this point, I need to say a massive thanks to all the parents for their financial contributions towards the day. Without that cash, I think it's fair to say we'd have got pretty disillusioned with all the bills we had to pay and probably ran away. So thanks for that and all your help with planning. You've done everything from arranging the music to laying on in-house tanning. We couldn't have done it without. Okay, so what about Lady Jadie, Barry and wee Ryan? All three of you could easily kick my ass and leave me crying, and no mistake. So cheers for putting up with my constant piss-taking. It's a sign of endearment, I promise, and, well, we're being honest, I want to say all three of you are mental and hilarious. You're lunatics. I'm lucky to have three siblings with whom I click. Oh yeah, and Dave. As brothers go, you're okay. Sorry I took all the good DNA, by the way. But hey, Don't think of it as a shame. Mum and Dad love you nearly the same. Seriously though, I just can't wait to see you getting married, mate. It's going to be first rate. You found a good one, Ellie. And I know the four of us will make great rallies. Me and Liz wish you all the happiness on that. So, give it a clap, we're getting married. Next up, got to thank the bridesmaids, who are all looking well fit. Watch out for Robbie G, he's on for a hat trick. Thanks to you guys for giving Lily so much support. In that sense, you guys are very much like one of those bras you wear for sports. Big shout out to the long-haired gentleman and Cat Cat for providing an amazing Hindi and tons of therapeutic chit-chats. Now, I'm going to stop the rhyming thing for a bit to just talk about this gorgeous, gorgeous lady here, Liz. Now, I know what you're thinking. How? How did he pull this off? And I'll be honest, it's a bit like, you know, if you go to the shop and they give you way more change than you supposed, and you just sort of go, right, cool. we getting away with this? Yeah. So I've felt like that for like 9 years now. She doesn't actually notice what's going on. I've also been writing this speech for about 8 years. I don't know if you know that. Like when I sit on the bus, like I don't know, it keeps coming into my head. I keep thinking of stuff I'm going to say. So sorry if some of the gags were a bit odd. But Gabby mentioned the night we met in Casa Blue, and I just want to tell you the story. It was pretty funny. We've got any Gun Show FC in the house? Yeah. So we're out. Football team have been out, and I just see Liz across his dance floor, right, and there's this smile, just beautiful, beautiful smile. But, you know, I'm a wimp, so I leave. And I say, though, luckily Magsy and Robbie are outside, and I say to them, oh, I wish I'd talked to that girl with an amazing smile, I can't believe it. And to be fair, they put a bagel in my mouth and went, get back in there. I took the bagel out. So I go in. And then I'm like, yeah. And then Seb's right there, so I'm like, right, bottle it, and I'll talk to Seb. So I talk to Seb and I say, I really want to talk to this girl, but I don't dare. And he thinks that the girl he's talking to is friends with Lindsay, right? So he goes, can you please introduce my mate to your mate? And she goes, that's not my mate. I don't know. And Seb says, can you please just introduce me? And I'm thinking, yeah, this is brilliant. But what actually goes down is Lindsay gets a tap on the shoulder while she's dancing with her mates, and a complete stranger goes, this guy wants to talk to you. and I go, yeah, that's right. I've got nothing at that point. But anyway, I just start talking, and next thing I know, I think you kissed me to shut me up. So, there we go. And actually, it probably sums up why I love you. In one word, if I could sum it up in one word, it's passion. Lindsay is the most passionate person I know. Whether that's her passion for creativity, for example, she's an incredible artist. I'm sure you're all following Mosley.London on Instagram, which she's now turned into a little business. But you probably don't know that she actually turned down a place at Central St Martin's to study film. Like, this is the level of art we're talking about here. Gabby mentioned the musical skill as well, so I won't go into that. The passion also manifests itself as incredible drive for her job, for the way she can project manage an extension without me having to do anything, for the way she sends 15-page dossiers to people who run wedding planning stuff, telling them what to do minute by minute. She's also super entrepreneurial as well. It's another passion, you know. There's another day, another business idea, but it looks like Mosley.London's the one that's won out and it's going to stick. So, you know, have a click, have a buy, it's a buy. Got you back. She's also incredibly passionate from a humorous point of view. She loves to laugh, she loves to let loose. She has this incredible smile, I'm sure you've all seen it and potentially been blinded by it. And it's part of her ability to love. And she loves everyone here, like literally all of you. And she never loves anything by half, so careful, because if you get into a hug, she might hug you to death. But I just know that she's going to be an incredible mum because of that, and that's another thing that makes me love you. And you know, sometimes the passionate thing comes out as a bollocking in the middle of a supermarket or whatever. And I just reckon I probably deserve that anyway, and it's, you know, it's a very small bit of the old fashioned. Still, I even love that, I even love getting bollocked by you, it makes me laugh. And I think that is what I saw somehow I saw it across a dance floor in Casa Blue. Just all that passion just flooding out of one person, you know. I just wanted to be near it, like I wanted to sunbathe in it. Sort of. Does that make? No, it doesn't make sense. In fact, one day we got up and we had a bit of a hangover, and so Lindsay wanted 2 Magnum ice creams for breakfast, right? Standard. And we go to this shop. I don't know if you remember this story, but it's always stuck in my head. We go to this shop and I just wait outside going, Magnums. And she comes out and she says that the old Asian guy that runs the shop has said to, he served her 2 ice creams, and he's just said, "You are shining today, my dear." And she's gobsmacked by it. And I was just like, you shine every day. And I think let's all just give her a little clap for shining. So, I made promises to you today. My promise is to try and match that passion. I won't be able to keep up with you, it's too fierce. But I will promise to do that. I promise to nurture your creativity and never let your light go dull. You're my inspiration. I love you, Judy. Okay, back to rhyming. For a couple of words about the best man. There once was a guy called Max, whose mum gave the boys dreams of shags. We wished she was because she was a MILF, but instead she married a massive black dude and moved to America. Alright, grab a glass, we're going to do some toasts. Make sure you grab a glass. So I've left all the toasts until last. So we can nail a load of champagne and have a glass. So please charge your glass and get ready to knock it back. Right, I want you to repeat after me. These are toasts, you repeat them. Repeat it, have a sip, and do it. Yeah, Robbie, stand up. Let's all stand up, come on. It'll be fun, won't it? Right, first of all, let's have a toast to the best mums in the world. The best mums in the world. Next, let's have a toast to badass dads. To badass dads. Let's have a toast to financial contributions. Let's have a toast to that. Let's have a toast to brilliant brothers and sisters. Can we have a toast to Dave and Ellie getting married? Everyone except Robbie, toast to gorgeous bridesmaids. And finally, to my incredible, talented, passionate new wife, to Mrs. Lindsay Mosley. Right, and one last toast. Finally, to pathologically lying, deluded, mentally unstable best men. Right. Love you, Max. I'm out of here.